please.
Trustee Brown?
Here.
Trustee Young?
Here.
Supervisor Dever?
Here.
Clerk here.
Let's stand to do the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We have a chance to look at the minutes and see any corrections.
Is it employee handbook? Is it employees plural handbook or just employee handbook? That's the only thing I found.
That's one of the corrections that I looked at too, and I think I asked you if it was right, and
What do you want? What do you prefer?
what number is it?
That was, see, that was under,
Old business.
so, it's
Project
on
now.
page 4 or 5, under section 10, old business, the last paragraph. It says
Oh,
the
approve the
board
governance
approved a
training.
handbook for Monee Township employees, I guess.
Where is that at?
Right here.
Oh, there, approved a handbook.
Yeah, I was.
Remember, I sent you that correction when I looked at
I
it?
must have missed
You must have missed it, okay.
it. You want to say employees?
Employees.
Because I was debating whether to put it.
Right, now it needs an
Employee
S
in.
in this, it needs an S to be
So,
accurate.
Okay, I see that.
Sit down. Okay, is there any other corrections other than the S on employees on page 4 or 5? If not, then roll call vote,
Trustee Rose?
please.
The minutes for,
She's asking for a motion to approve it.
Oh,
Hold on, do we
I
have a
thought you
motion?
said a roll call vote.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Oh, it's, yeah, you might.
I'm like, oh,
I thought that who approved it.
You changed it.
You're really trying to get me out of
You
your
jumped
fast.
out. You put me out of sync, Maurice.
Yeah, who motion?
All right. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as corrected?
So move.
And by Terry. All right, now we can do a roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Dever?
Yes. Okay, public comments. Okay.
Stay on part of public.
They state your name.
I am Willa Simmons, and tonight I am coming on behalf of the King Committee of University Park. We are having a celebration on Monday, January 19th at First Baptist Church of University Park. The speaker would be Gerald Cook, and he's the author of After the Bridge Was Crossed. Also, I'm here on behalf of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Joliet Area South Suburban Chapter, Alumni Chapter. And we're having an expungement workshop on January the 31st. And if you know anyone who could utilize this workshop, just ask you to pass the word out.
What is expungement? Not like-
Expungement is if anyone has a felony on their, some type of criminal
Oh,
charge on their record, on their, in the court files, that they're having them, giving them the information of how they can go about getting it expunged from their record.
okay.
So that's what it is. And it's going to be January the 31st at number 90 Town Center in University Park.
You're gonna pass it
I'm
out?
going to pass these things out to you.
Anybody else have any comments? No? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on then into supervisor's report. We have the general assistance report. There were 4 intakes, 5 applications, 0 flat grants, 0 other aids, 9 received pantry, 0 denied, 4 pending, 0 terminated. We have 5 on general assistance. The amount spent for general assistance for December 12th through January 8th was $853. The total amount for emergency assistance was $2,031.74 for a total of both EA and GA of $2,884.74. The seniors will be having their Valentine's Day party here at the township on February 11th. And it's always a nice thing. They have a lot of pink and hearts. In your packet was a notice that Culvers here in Crete, in Monee, are having fundraising events Saturday, this coming Saturday, January 17th. Half of all the sales between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. will go directly to the families of Anthony, Jason, Jeremy, and Ron. And they'll also have several raffles going on. Anybody wishing to help with the benefit or able to donate a raffle prize, please contact Ms. Jen Renstrom or Jessica White. And I think that's nice that Culvers is being very community-minded in doing that. I'm sure that will help, especially since it's one of our board members' sons that's affected, so that's a nice thing. Okay, clerk's report. Oh, holiday. No, the holiday report was under new business.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, I request publication of the monthly meeting for the township to be published in the Southtown Star. They actually published in yesterday, Southtown Star, the 14th.
And what's being published?
Pardon me?
What was published?
The monthly meeting for the township. Monthly meeting. Schedule.
Oh, schedule monthly meeting, okay.
And I haven't yet, but I plan on having that same schedule published in the record monitor
Great.
next week.
You know what, on that note, Bobby, this is WPAL, is that the case in town?
WPAL is Margraf.
Okay, I
Yes.
believe it states the time of our meeting is incorrect. I believe it states
What?
it at 7:30
What?
for our regular township meeting.
Which one?
It's on WPAL.
They have to change it.
Okay, so,
That's nothing to do with this.
okay, but.
Ms. Margraf, can you check into that? She's saying that our meeting is showing that it's at 7:30. So there's an incorrect on
Yeah.
YouTube? Is it on YouTube, that's incorrect?
It's channel 4, whatever it's channel 4, the governmental access channel. And I stand to be corrected, I'm willing to, but I could have sworn it had 7:30 as a start time for our meeting. So if you can look into that, I would greatly appreciate it, okay? Thank you.
Okay, Highway, is that everything, Bobby?
Yes.
Highway Commissioner left your report. He says winter is back. We spent the last 2 weeks plowing and salting roads as needed. Our salt supply is plentiful and the equipment is working well. The new plow truck had a few issues at first, but they have been resolved. We're ready for the next snowfall event. David Deutsch. That's his report. Assessor is not here and didn't leave a report. Attorney, do you have anything?
No, nothing new.
Okay. And let's move on into new business. The 2014 holiday report. And again, on the holidays, we're talking Thanksgiving and Christmas. A big thanks goes to Clerk Willa, who keeps everything organized, and to David and his crew who pick up food and pick up all kinds of things for us so that they're just a big help.
Yes.
And we have the volunteer list on the back of it. Did you see that we had 5 people volunteer besides Willa and myself, so that kept it going. Thanksgiving, we had 82 apply and 82 picked up. For the Christmas, we had 109 applications and 109 picked up. There were 100 ages 0 to 12. 13 and 18 was 47, and 19 over 146. 16 from Monee, 9 from Park Forest, and 84 families from University Park. And if you look at the number of presents, we gave every child 0 to 12 free presents, so that was 300 presents there. Those that are 47, 13 and up to adult, we only got 1. So we're still talking, 500 and some presents that we donated, besides huge baskets of food based on the size of your family. And then there's a list of people that donated, and there was a lot of people donated gifts, some donate money, and it's all good.
I guess I'm one of those meeting donated anonymously. But just to add to that, I think we'll have a couple that did not make the list, so to speak, that you had given names to for me.
Oh, okay.
Because we was able to give away additional food baskets at CSK
Okay.
that the township was not able to
Right,
do.
yeah, because they were not great. They registered, they came in to register in registration.
Right, we took care of those people.
Oh, great.
Everyone that came
Great.
to CSK, in addition to many more. I mean, I was so blessed to have Target. I mean, it was unbelievable. My request, I went to them, I left Target with about 6 carts of turkeys
Good.
and all the trimmings.
Wow, how nice.
Yes, I mean, it was unbelievable. She kept saying, well, what else you need, what else you need? I said, I have no idea what it takes to make a Thanksgiving dinner. And she just started putting things together. I said, this is unbelievable. I shed tears.
They have
I cried.
they have a good community
Yes.
outreach program.
So I'll get the young lady's
Walmart
name.
does too.
Well, that's
Yeah,
very nice.
they both have very good, community resource committees, yeah.
But we was able to give a couple of Dr. Hall and her organization, we was able to give, I don't know, 50 some odd baskets.
That's
And,
wonderful.
it was a tear-jerky time.
It's very
Yeah,
different.
I didn't realize it. I'm like,
There
this
is a great need.
Very emotional.
yeah, it's very
There's a
emotional.
great need.
A lot of praying, a lot of, just sometimes don't understand.
Very proud. We see
So I
that
just,
here all the time, and it's
I wish I had a
heart-wrenching.
million turkeys, like Jesse White had a truckload of turkeys, but it's,
But it's heart-wrenching. There are so many that are in, poor economic condition, people that are, just losing their home, and, they haven't made house payments, and they're just trying to keep the lights on. I mean,
Yes.
it's so sad. It gets
but I
on
do
and
want,
on.
if all possible, I would like to get a card and get it to, on behalf of the township, get it to Target on their management.
You were doing that as of your personal.
Well, it was personal coupled with the town, a couple,
Oh,
the
nobody
couple.
understood.
Well, it was like, I mean, if I could do it, but I think the township.
Well, we can
still-
send a card, it's not
I
a
was
problem,
still
just saying, I
acting
didn't know that we did that in the
No.
name of the township.
Well, whatever, I don't know, Joe, I don't want to get out of the legal realm of things, so I don't want to take credit, so to speak, it's the township, I don't know how to do it, but I do want to send
Well,
her a
it's
card.
not a problem, we can send a thank you card, it's not a problem.
We can do that, Joe?
Yes, we can send a card.
So, I'll get the name.
Just that I was surprised because I didn't know who had done it.
More goes around, no coat on.
Always in Target's right.
Yes, and I'll get some more because, like you said, Walmart, I haven't been able to make it there, but thank you.
And thanks.
I wish Christmas was every day.
Great. All right, let's move into 2015 internal revenue mileage rate, is 57.5 for the year.
I think that's gonna change probably now. It's going down.
Well,
Against
it's
prices.
possible, I was very surprised that it was 57.5, which is higher than the 57.
57.
But that's what they say. So right now, I would need a motion to approve the new mileage rate for this coming year, for this year, 2015.
So,
Moved by James, is there a second? Second by Terry. Any further discussion? Roll call, vote, please.
Trustee Bowles,
Yes.
trustee Brown,
yes.
trustee Young,
Yes.
supervisor Daniels.
Yes. Next line item is the ATCOI membership. For the association dues are $75, and this is for the youth organization. And this way, Terry and Maurice get information and go to meetings on that. Is there a motion to approve the $75?
So move.
Moved by Maurice. Second by Terry. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Chapman?
Yes. Okay. There is a line item transfer from the general town budget from line item 5195 contingencies, $500 needs to go into 5055 travel expense. Is there a motion to approve that line item transfer?
Which one is that for?
5195 contingencies to travel expense. Because we're short with the,
Oh, this is under our assessor? The
no,
5195?
this is on the general town budget.
It was set-
It was on the table.
It was on the table.
Okay. Trying to trip me up here. Okay, that's, oh.
That's our travel expenses, like
Well, I
Victoria.
see a 5195. What is that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's our contingency line item. Okay.
Okay, there a motion, please.
So moved.
By James. Second by Terry. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Chapman?
There also is a new assessor's line item transfer on the table, where she wants to transfer from 5042 professional legal lines.
Excuse me. What's the question? You said she didn't vote.
I didn't hear.
50, I'm moving the fast way, Bobby.
Yes, you are. You would keep tomorrow sometime.
Okay, line item transfer from 5042 professional legal, $800 to 5046, which is professional network. Then from 5980, which is office maintenance, $700 to 5046, which is the professional maintenance again. Line item, from line item 5215, which is equipment purchase, $1,100,
Could you repeat that again?
5250.
That's a new one. That must be a new one too, right?
Well, it's on that new
This
sheet.
on the new one, okay.
There are 5 line items on the new sheet.
So this is.
That's the old.
Okay.
Okay, got it? Yeah. 5 line items. The 5215 equipment purchase, moving 1100 to 5046 professional network. Also from 5215 equipment purchase, $335 to 5015, which is unemployment tax. And from 5195 contingencies, $440 to 5110 telephone. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Marie, the second. By Karen. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Chapman?
Yes. Okay. There is no road and bridge line item transfer. We just, starting at this time of year, we just keep everything on there in case, something comes up, and there is. The next one is the Will Ride. We just got the report today. That is on your table. Our share, our ridership has gone up again. I mean, this is for October. And so in September, we had 232 people riding. In October, we had 292. So it was up 60 people. Our cost is $38.21. Last month, I think it was 38. It was similar. I think it was 10 cents. It's 10 cents difference. Right. Yeah. It was like 38.
Real close.
Yeah, 38, 31 or something, but it's about 10 cents difference is all. So our net that we have to pay for the month of October is $5,049.85. Is there a motion to approve the October Dial-A-Ride Will County program? discussion? See none, roll call vote, please.
What was the amount?
I'm sorry, the amount is $5,049.85. It's our portion after a 50% RTA match.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah?
Yes. Okay, but Illinois Flames still not here, and we refer to them, so we're kind of leave that on there.
Yeah, I did talk to them, and they will try to get back with us on our next 2 meetings.
All right, good. Sounds good. Okay, project report, Youth Committee.
Did I give you a signed contract? Probably not. Is it for me? You, or you for me?
No, we gave you copies of
Okay, there
it.
you go.
Okay, we don't have.
The third page,
All right.
which, okay, the third page,
All right, then
they didn't get it back, I don't think we need it.
You wanna, yeah, does he need a copy of the sign? Sent to him?
No, he already.
He took his copy. All right, well, I'm gonna leave this
It's good,
for you.
that's for us.
Okay.
In addition to it kicking off on the 22nd, right? We're looking to have a couple speakers come out to speak to the youth on the 22nd. A couple of our dignitaries,
That's February 22nd.
February 22nd, just to come out and give an encouraging speech to our youth during the time, I don't know, around
Who are
7
you
o'clock.
planning on?
Hmm?
Who are you planning on having?
Senator Harris and Representative DeLuca. Okay, so I've got commitments from them both for the most part. And I said if they can just come and briefly speak and give encouraging words for our youth, it would be greatly appreciated. And if they want to wear some gym attire, they can do that as well. They volleyball this.
Yeah, because they know it's gonna be short, because the.
It's gonna be short.
Yeah,
Yes, it's gonna be
people are
short.
there for the youth
That's why I'm
program.
giving them 2 hours
Okay.
for the kids to play basketball. I'll have them come in at 7, from 7 to 7:30, and that's it.
Okay.
I'll get some pizzas or whatever, but I think this is going to be very encouraging kickoff. I'll get it out to the community.
That'd be a nice
That's our
kickoff,
good,
yeah.
be a nice kickoff. So,
That's the 22nd?
22nd.
Okay.
What about this one? What about this lifeguard?
Oh, we do with lifeguards.
They gonna have-
Oh, yeah, we do with lifeguards at the swimming pool at GSU.
Their contract says that we
Yeah,
signed
no,
it.
Yeah.
That's what, you know.
Yeah, you
you
said
know,
right, we had the issues before.
Yeah.
So I said, so I wrote a letter to, as a matter of fact, did I forward it over to you? Check your email. As of yesterday.
Waited as of yesterday?
All thing forward was the information from the correspondence that you had with Senator Harris.
Yes.
Oh, is that the same one?
Yes,
Okay.
and where it's in that chain of emails, it basically said that he committed.
Okay.
So I just gave his staff, one of his staff members, an explanation of what the youth program's all about.
Can we get those emails? Make sure you count.
I didn't forward it, I thought I forwarded it to you. Okay, I will.
Okay, so I think it's good. I think, I'll get the word out, other constituents may want to just maybe just come, maybe you might get an influx of more people to sign up, so we'll get the word out on that, okay?
Sounds good.
So did you send letters out to,
I haven't sent
Going to-
the flyers out yet.
so you were only gonna send it out to the members, right?
Right.
Got it, okay.
We're
So-
updating the flyer with the new dates, and then she will get those in the mail to those that are registered and participated in the last,
Yeah,
Okay,
it'll be out by February 1st.
okay.
Yeah, we figured not too early, because, people will then put them aside and not remember the dates, and so this way, take them out first.
Okay. And because it's a township, there's a lot of overlap. We have 2 senators. We have Senator Hutchinson as well, and we had our state representative, Thaddeus Jones as well. Like, there's a lot of overlap here. So I say, you know what, we'll just have this parties for these 2 and then another party for the other 2. So,
And I really do want to keep as the youth program not to be a political
it's not
event.
political. I just think it's, again, on our part is to give them social skills, give them motivation and all of that.
And I
So they're
understand
tired of
that.
seeing me
Right.
and hearing me.
I I
You
just
know, it's
want
like
to
a
make
broken
sure
record
that,
when
you
when I
know,
tell these guys, let me see your grades and how good are
Right.
you doing and da, 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 da. So you get a successful person out there, I think it'll come from another view and like, you know what, wow, such and such took time out for me, out of their busy schedule to talk to us. That's how I look at it.
and I think it's good, but I just
So
don't
it's
think
not-
it's something we want to do all the time.
Oh, I don't think they will do it all the time,
Right.
and I don't have the energy to make it happen all the time.
But
So-
good, and 20 seconds, so that'll be good, we'll have some secretaries there.
So what you looking at, about 10 minutes apiece, things on it?
I gave 15 minutes for Senator Harris and 5 minutes for
To
to
Luca.
Luca. Hey, short and sweet. And that's the time when they transition, our volleyball players come in around 7 o'clock, and so on that break, take a little break, and that's it. So I try to strategically plan it and do it right. So no long speech or nothing.
Okay. National Youth Program?
Since the last time we met, I've had an opportunity to sit down and talk with Reverend Williams, the pastor of First Baptist Churches in University Park. We had a good conversation. And basically, he wants more information about the NIMBA program. I sent him the website information and also the PowerPoint. He shared with me that he had some safety concerns about the kids riding the minibikes, and even in his own family. So he wanted to think about it some more time before he discussed it with his members of the Board of Trustees of the church. So when I left his meeting, I sent him everything that he asked for. So I'm going to wait a couple of weeks and see if he gets back in touch with me before I do a follow-up. I did notify Superintendent Cunningham of our next meeting. And we met last Tuesday night at the library. We're still moving forward with the project. I viewed the land that is owned by the township and also talked with the Ken Hutchinson, the National Director of the NIMBA program. The land that we have that can be temporarily used is owned by the township, Joe. Okay, Don and I went out there and we took a look at it. According to the national program, all we need is 150 by 200, 150 feet times 200 feet. So the property that we looked at, the 3.7 acres, is large enough.
That comes to 30,000 square feet and,
Acres, 43.
Yeah, we got to convert the feet to
0.69
the
acres.
acres and all that. Okay,
Yeah.
but
and we have 3.7 acres.
yeah, but when I talked to Ms. Hutchinson, he said, you got 3.1 acres. You know, that's what we
got
thought
three-
it was.
We got
Initially, we thought it was 3.1,
3.7.
but then Don took a second look at it and realized it's 3.7 acres.
okay.
Okay, but it's large
That's
enough.
over 50,000 square feet.
Okay, but you know, 150 times,
It's not,
150 feet times 200 feet is all the space that we need.
But that's more than.
it's more than enough, but it's not, and because that property's not all usable either. We
There's
talked
some-
to David about maybe mowing the lawn there, but we're not certain that he's, he had not necessarily acquiesced to it yet.
There's some issues that need to be worked out with it, such as cutting grass. We also need to have a survey, so we'll know the exact boundaries of the land. The bikes cannot be used on the street. They have to be used on a dirt grass area. Okay, flat area in order for the 21 lessons to be taught to the kids, 21 safety lessons. We have to look into some insurance on the land in case someone accidentally hurts themselves. So that's an issue that needs to be worked out. NIMBA program told me that we will have to buy into the insurance policy for liability issues on the volunteers as well as the kids if they get injured or hurt. He's going to send me a copy of their insurance policy, and Joe, I'll make sure you get a copy of it. I think I already have it. I did see some stuff that he sent me an email, but I've been overwhelmed with so much since the kids got back in school that, I really haven't read all my emails yet, but I did see something there from him. So the land in itself is some issues that need to be worked out. When Don and I viewed the land, December 22nd, you can tell that it needs to be cut. We need to identify exactly what's on the land, the boundaries of it. There is some concrete near it that could possibly be used for parking, but we don't know if it's owned by the township or owned by the village. of
It's
University
the
Park.
township that's what's
Okay.
concrete.
It's in the area where the old skating rink used to be, in University Park. Also, the insurance policy that NIMPA has that we have to buy into does not cover property damage, theft, or fire. So we will have to identify another vendor to cover that portion of it. I have not talked with Ms. Keller, Alfreda Keller, in a week. So, the bikes that are still in storage, if she already has a policy that covers that. So if she does, it's to our advantage. If she doesn't, then that's something we have to deal with also. We continue to move in the direction that Monee Township is not going to be the lead agency. At the way it stands right now, the program will still be tied into a literacy program that's going to be operated by the library, and the months of operations is during the summer reading months of June, July, and August. I need to sit down with Ms. Keller and determine a lesson plan, how she plans on implementing it. I would imagine she already has that since she did this for 5 years inside of Thornton Township. So, it's time consuming. My intentions are to follow up and contact Mayor Farquhar. I haven't done it since the last time we met, because I was trying to take it in stages. What else can I share with you? Oh, yeah, Mr. Hutchinson, it is an agreement for a visit to the NIMPA National Headquarters, if we want to come. What he said is that he would much rather for us to visit a site that's already in operation with the program, so we'll have a much more realistic perspective of how the program operates. But he's in favor of whatever we choose to do. I told him I'll discuss that with him later. Their fiscal year begins April 1st. So between now and then, between now and the time that their fiscal year begins, we have to adjust the issue of the storage fee where the bikes are located. Another possible site for riding the bikes, if we cannot get that land insured through TOMA. Donna's going to look at TOMA, insuring the land that the township owns. Is possibly land that's under the control of the library, University Park Library. But again, we have to address the issue of insurance in case someone gets hurt on the land.
And where is that land located?
Well, it's located to the north and to the west of the building, of the library building. We just need to clarify the boundaries.
Okay, here's just throwing it out there. Even just from the point of it being over by Thornwood House, right?
Okay, yeah, that's the township
The
land.
proximity, the location over there. One big issue I see, and it would become a bigger issue being at the library, is sound mitigation.
Well, you know what, I thought about that, Maurice, but two things involved.
Okay.
One is that they want to keep it confined to a residential area.
Really?
Yeah, they want, and two, you don't have the sound from those mini bikes like you would have from a.
I don't know. I
No,
don't
you
know
don't.
because,
You don't.
if people complaining, we need to figure out. I
It's
think
far
that's
enough
some
from
information.
the Thornwood House.
I don't know, sound travel, so we need to have some type of study on the dBs, the decibels, and the sound, and what's
This is a
acceptable.
program that I don't think this program is gonna be, hopefully, have a few bucks in it. And I don't think we're gonna have the money to do decibel studies and things
I
like
know,
that.
but that's something that, because, I mean, you get neighbors complaining or whatever, I'm just throwing it out before we.
Yeah.
Well, I
and
mentioned it
yeah,
before, I
solid
mentioned it
being
before,
rock.
but,
And you know what, I can address
And just
that
see what it
issue with
is.
them and see if they ever had any complaints about it.
I can even get a machine and come out and do a decibel study. And there's ICC regulations and all of that, and you can just look that up. But I hate to secure all of this land, sponsor this, or whatever capacity we are involved, only to find out we get one neighbor complaint. I've been on this side of the fence with issues like this, with the noise. And
I had mentioned that
so
as a.
that could be
as
a big showstopper.
We did talk about
Because all it
that.
takes is one person to.
I understand, we did talk about that, that's how I found out about, they wanted to keep it connected to the residential
Sure.
areas,
Sure.
okay? For, residents to see that the kids
Sure,
actually involved.
absolutely, yes.
Okay, but there was no mention
Right,
of ever sound problems.
right.
But, I have to talk to Ms. Keller again anyway, and
Yes.
also Mr. Hudson, so I can ask them.
And it may not be an
If
issue.
they ever
It may
have
not be
any
an
issues
issue,
about it.
But if some sound level was to be exceeded per Illinois ICC regulations and things of that nature, that all it takes is one person to complain and that can shut the whole project down.
But these are mini bikes, I don't think they make that much noise.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like the big
You know,
little
90,
bikes. and
90,
everything.
90 decibels.
Yeah,
would
if you're
be-
thinking of a Harley, yeah, they make a lot of noise, but these I think are little ones.
See, you get 5 or 6 of those going at one time. That can put some noise out there.
Well, it's gonna be more than that.
Okay.
Let's see, I think I covered everything with you so far.
Well, what I've done with Torma is that we've had to send them a lot of the same information that was sent to us, and they've asked a lot of questions, and then basically we've said no, the liability of the bikes is going to be covered by a special policy through the NIFM program, and the storage facility for loss and theft and fire is a separate policy. That'll be through somebody else. So the only thing we have to worry about is that if we end up using a portion of our piece of land in University Park, that, there's that TORMA policy that we have would cover that use. And because if anybody falls off, and, then that's the liability policy.
Right.
But you know how people are. People don't just sue one person, they're going to sue everybody, right?
Well, certainly Monee Township Board.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm happy to make sure that, and try to explain everything to Torma so that Torma will give us a decision one way or the other. And so my question with them not only was, are we covered by Torma? And if that doesn't cover it, then, give me the cost of what it would be to, add on a policy if we do go that way. So that's where I'm at with Torma.
So when
A primary referral source will still be the patrons of the library and the surrounding communities, Monee, Village of Monee, as well as the York County areas and Park Forest, and the school district.
So is it over the land on the library, is it by that high voltage tower? That's part of it? No, it's a house, you got a house.
No, it's on the same side of the street to the north,
But you got the
on
library.
the opposite side of the parking lot.
Do you have one house next to the south of the library, is that a house right here?
There's several, 2 or 3
Yes,
houses
sir.
out
On that
there.
side, they didn't hold. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but we're talking about, where the library sits directly to the north. I don't know how far to the
Directly
north it
west.
is. Yeah, and then directly west.
West.
Yeah. But that's on the agenda to deal with. Also, I forgot to mention that, and I just forgot.
That's good.
Wait a minute, where did I just have it? Oh, Joe, yeah. What me and Donna thought about is that once we confirm who the lead agency is, that possibly the lead agency will be renting the land from the township to use in such a way as we rent the space at Governor Station for our open gym program. It's just an idea we was brainstorming.
Yeah. Okay, I guess what I would probably check the township code just to make sure that we can do that kind of lease, but my guess is we probably can.
But the other thing is, basically, we're talking about this being an intergovernmental agreement between us and, at this point, the University Park Library and, you know, whoever else we could get interested. And as being, and having as our part of the intergovernmental agreement, that we would allow use of our land and have the insurance to cover the land, not the liability of the bikes and everything else. Is that saying that's a better way to go, or would it be better to say, use it as renting the land to the lead agency?
I would think the intergovernmental agreement sounds better to me, except I guess we would probably want to work with the insurance to see which way it's going to work. You know, they may not agree, depending which way you want to do it. So I think what we need to do, the intergovernmental agreement sounds like a better way to go, so long as we get the insurance.
Right. Well, that's what I've been proposing with Torma.
And whose insurance,
Right.
whose insurance covered?
Right.
Well,
Ours or?
Well, since it's our land, we would have to have it covered.
Well, I mean, you can do it with somebody else. I mean, you can have an agreement where you have one side have to furnish the insurance even if they're not of the property.
Well, if they were assuring the,
I'm not sure that's what we really.
I have to check with NIPA to see if their insurance will cover
but
it.
if they're assuring the liability, which is the liability of the bikes and the people and the personnel, and they get hurt, but it's on our property,
Wouldn't Torma cover it?
Chum should still be covered. Yeah, but I think they're afraid when they heard the word mini bikes, and, you know, so we've had to go back and cross all the i's and, you know, t's and dot the i's and everything with them. And so we're in the process of explaining it back to them, which I was telling them, you know, the only thing we need is to make sure our land is covered. And because, you know, in case somebody sues us all just because we would be a partner.
Right, I don't think it matters if our land is being used, I don't think it's going to matter whether we are the lead partner or not the lead partner. You know, we would have the liability, so we'd have to make sure we have insurance.
Right, that's where I'm at now, trying to find that out. So, all right, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Anything else?
No, not at this time. I think that's about it, until we meet again. Yeah, until we meet again.
There's a song like that in there.
Yeah, until we meet again.
Okay, anything you want going green?
No.
Okay.
I have one question, just to go back to GSU. The check. It's not cashed.
Oh, I didn't tell you. They said whatever checks they did not cash, you can give those to me.
No.
Was I convincing?
Did they say anything about they lost it or anything?
To be honest with you, I did not mention it to him.
Okay.
To be honest with you. So I will,
I emailed him about it.
Really?
He never responded to
they
it.
have new leadership and there's a lot going on there with their 4-year thing. He's indulged and inundated with so many activities.
Okay.
So that is something that's a systemic problem, if I want to say that's a problem, for them to invoice us.
Right, well, we're paying without even an invoice, we know.
And they're not cashing the checks
Right.
either?
No, that's the problem.
Sounds familiar.
Well, do me a favor, send another email to Dean Jennings and copy Maurice on it, and so that, make sure that, you know.
Let's go back. So we're talking about
June.
last year.
Yes, I mean, from when we paid that July.
June or
June.
They haven't cashed those checks?
One, the last one that we issued to them, it was not cash. It was over $1,000.
But the point of the matter is it's been an ongoing issue.
It is.
Right, and not invoicing, and which is part of the contract, and then they're not cashing the check. So that's really, and it's really a problem when we get into the end of our fiscal year, come March 31st, we want that check cashed.
I'll send him an email just to see how he responds to me. I'll CC you with okay.
Okay.
And
I'll
we'll,
do that. I'll
but
do
send
that.
an email also, send one
Okay.
also, and
I'll
then
email.
it'll have him on it, and then he can be responding to the email.
I'd like to
for
see
an
the
email.
email so we can have a
Okay.
paper trail.
All right.
Okay, I'll do that tomorrow or tonight.
Good. Okay, let's move into trustee on accounts. This is for December 19th, 2014 through January 15th, 2015. We spent a total of $184,256.11. And that's high because the equipment and building number was $119,184, and that was for David's truck. So that's why that is so,
The nice
that's why that was so expensive there, so, yeah.
This truck is on the website.
Oh, is it? We gotta put a picture of it on it? We'll just make sure everything was updated on the website, so I'm gonna sign those things to give that to Bobby.
I want to take it.
Is there, was there a motion to approve the audit of accounts?
So
Moved by James, second,
Second.
by Maurice. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles? Trustee Brown? Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Young?
yes.
Supervisor Zachary?
Yes. Next on item is board comments. Board comments. These are expense checks.
Oh.
Board that we want cash, Maurice. Board comments.
No comments.
Oh, I'd like to encourage the public to attend the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Celebration is going to be held on Monday, January 19th at the First Baptist Church at University Park. The program begins at 11 o'clock. Doors open at 10:30.
And you know, I do want to, again, we have a board member here, this is for all kids, prayers, this is with the family, for the young kids that was involved in an accident in the Living Creek School District, or the boundaries, or outside the boundaries, in proximity of our district, especially our own trustee, son, haven't called anybody, heard the status.
Other than the email that she sent saying that he was progressing,
Is
that
he
it's
at
going
home
to be a
now?
long, hard, I doubt it.
He's
Is
at
it
home.
now?
I keep up on Facebook.
You know what we do? I tell you, did anybody, I have a card.
But anyway, Culver's reminded that Culver's is having their event on Saturday, January 17th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. with half the sales will go towards the families of the 4 children that were injured. So,
I got a little, can we sign this? For Debbie's son, no, it says me and Dr. Lee. Okay, it does, and I have a card.
All right.
Sign this card to her.
Sure.
Actually, hold this stuff, because I didn't know.
Okay, we can do that while we
That's my
adjourn.
board.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Trustee Brown? Trustee
Yes.
Brown? Trustee Young?
Yes.
Supervisor Zachary?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, they had on New Year's Eve, I believe, there were 5 men in a car, and the driver was killed. And then Jason, which is Debbie's son, was hospitalized. Do you know his injury?
Yeah, trustee is not here.